February 16th, 2021. Winter Storm Uri was wreaking havoc all up and through the streets of Houston, Texas. Ice caused power outages, accidents, and Lord help me's all over the city. That night, two roommates lost power and decided to seek shelter in a local bar that they frequented. Another set of friends had the same idea. All four landed at the fountainhead. No one could have ever predicted what blew in with this storm. Today, I'm bringing you the story of a physical and sexual assault so brutal and vicious it was described as the worst ever witnessed by prosecutors as the entire assault, all 22 minutes, was caught on the bar's surveillance video. Welcome to Go Dutch TV. I'm Duchess, and this is Cases and Cocktails.
Duchess said give y'all this disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All statements and information relayed was obtained from various news and media outlets available on the internet and personal opinion. Law school never saw her, nor is she a journalist. Everything is alleged, or allegedly. Enjoy the video.
Before we dive into the case, I have a little bit of housekeeping. Go Dutch TV is a brand new channel. We have two shows here, Cases and Cocktails, which focuses on Black and Brown true crime stories. Currently, we have our first episode of Cases and Cocktails, Cosplay Cops, Lynn Davis and the Killing of Kim Groves. Our other show is Under the Influence, where we focus on celebrity cases, civil and criminal, past and present. We do have our first episode up, and it is Diddy's Dirty Deeds, a timeline of crime, and it is exactly what it sounds like. If either of those things are anything that you think you may be into, you know you're into, you want to get into, go ahead and subscribe, like, share, comment, all of the things. Become a part of the royal court. And with all of that being said, you don't have to have an adult beverage just because I'm having an adult beverage. But the cases that I'm going to bring y'all, you might want to. And this one in particular, absinthe. You need absinthe. Let's catch this case. It was a dark and gloomy night. In real life, at the Fountainhead Bar, there wasn't a lot of action. The Fountainhead is a local dive bar that was actually voted in 2012 the best dive bar in Houston. Loved by many, their bartender sings the Cheers theme song with a mic in one hand and mixing drinks in the other on karaoke night. This is totally off subject, but I loved Cheers. Do y'all remember Cheers? Did any of you watch? I love Cheers, and I watched Frasier too. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Doom, 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 doom. And they're always glad you came. Doom, doom, doom. Roommates Eric and Alex, which is a pseudonym, were enjoying a night at home with Eric's daughter when they lost power. Eric decided to take his daughter to her grandfather's home, and the roommates decided to go to the Fountainhead, their local bar that they frequented, and it was less than 10 minutes from their house. Another set of friends that were unknown to them, but also regulars at the Fountainhead, also decided to go in that night. There is very little information available online about the victim, Alex. We do know that Alex is 49 years old. He lived in Spring, Texas. I can find no transcripts or anything from the actual trial. I have been able to find the appeal documents and all of their paperwork following the trial, but the details of this case are so just bad, disgusting, nightmare shit that my guess is the documents are sealed. However, because there was a whole as surveillance camera, well, multiple surveillance cameras, there is no dispute really on what happened, and I am bewildered and be-fucking-fuddled as to why Felix even decided to go to trial. Alex and Eric decide to seek warmth and some warm drinks in the fountainhead. As they're just there chilling, it's only them and the bartender, another set of friends that are also regulars but unknown to Alex and Eric, come into the bar. These friends, which some reports refer to them as a couple, I'm not sure what their situation is, but we're going to talk about it. Felix Vale and Ariel Cordoba. They may be named after some of your fave animations, Felix the Cat and Our Cute Little Mermaid, but they are so far from Disney. They are so far from Disney. So Felix was born September 22nd, 1984. He is a Virgo, but we don't claim him. We don't claim him. Houston, this ninja for y'all. He for y'all. Come get your peoples, Houston. Come get your peoples. Because the Virgos, we don't claim him. And I'm pretty sure the whole Latinos, the Latinx, all of them, they don't claim him either. We don't want him. Houston, this are you. Felix lived in Pearland, Texas. And according to his LinkedIn, because he actually had a LinkedIn, he worked in warehousing. We'll let him have it. While he was working in warehousing, however, he was accumulating quite the criminal record. Excuse me while I check my notes. So, Mr. Felix, we have September 2007. He was arrested for possession of marijuana. December 2008, a cute little robbery. June 2010, assault with bodily injury. Him was progressing. September 2013, assault with bodily injury to a family member. 2017, another assault with bodily injury to a family member. And September 2019, assault with bodily injury. So this grade A prize brought with him a cute little side piece named Miss Ariel Cordoba. And she has, her record isn't even that extensive. I don't know. I need to know what drugs were involved. Drugs had to be involved. Miss Ariel. August 2010, she was arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. In July 2012, she had arrest for burglary of a building and attempted burglary of a building. So, here in the Fountainhead, we have Sam, the bartender from Cheers, in my mind. And we have Alex and Eric, the roommates, and Ariel and Felix, the menaces to society. For several hours, all is well. Alex is playing music from his phone through the bar's Bluetooth speakers. They're exchanging friendly banter back and forth, and they're riding out this storm. They have drinks, they have music, they have Sam maybe doing karaoke back there, who knows? All is well. Until Felix propositions Alex and Eric and offers poon for pay from Ariel. And considering Ariel looks like a male juvenile delinquent that you give change to because you feel bad and then they rob you, they said no. Eric is married and Alex probably just saw the bitch and was like, no. Well, they didn't like that answer. Felix and the gentleman, along with Ariel, exchange words because don't nobody want to buy her little stink puss. Felix and Ariel then leave the bar. 10 minutes later, they return to the bar with a gun and force their way in. What happens next is something that Stephen King could not imagine. Ariel throws a shot glass that hits Alex in the face. Eric and the bartender run. As they're running, Ariel and Felix advance on Alex. Full attack mode. Alex was knocked unconscious the first 5 seconds of the altercation. While he was totally knocked out, Ariel and Felix proceeded to beat him with their hands, their feet, pistol whip him with the gun, and beat him with a bar stool. This prolonged, brutal attack lasted 22 minutes. During the attack, shots were fired. Of course, Sam the bartender and Eric the friend, once they hid, they stayed hidden. As the beatdown progresses, within which Alex was kicked 61 times. Towards the end of the assault, while they are beating, stomping, and pistol whipping an unconscious man, the floor is so bloody that the video surveillance shows them both slipping and falling in Alex's blood. The mugshot of Ariel with that little bloody scar going along her nose, that's because the dirty bitch face planted in the midst of assaulting Alex. Towards the end of the assault, as if they had not literally beaten this man within an inch of his life, Felix, the Fountainhead surveillance picked up sound. And what I am about to read to you is directly from court documents. Throughout the assault, Felix repeatedly yelled vulgarities and made violent threats, including a threat to sexually assault Alex by anal penetration. Surveillance footage from inside the bar showed Ariel assisting Felix in pulling Alex's pants partially down while Alex was lying on the floor. The footage also showed Felix with his hand down Alex's pants, and Felix could be heard narrating his actions. The actual act of penetration was not visible on footage. Eric and the bartender, Sam, did not witness this because after the gun came out, they ran. But the cameras caught it. In spite of Alex having been unconscious for a very, very, very long time, Felix is just in his element apparently, and Ariel is there right along with him, 10 toes down, standing on they effed up business. How in the hell do we go from nobody wanting Ariel little boy bussy to you are blessedly the injuries that were done to Alex were so extensive that he lost memory and he has no recollection at all of this assault. And I fully believe that is God's grace. Of course, Sam the bartender and Eric did call 911 because of Winter Storm Uri and everything that was going on all over Houston. The police were delayed. It did take them over 20 minutes to arrive, and their arrival is what ended the assault. These animals were just going for what they know, and Felix was living out his favorite free world prison fantasy in a bar until the police showed up. I know that juvenile records are sealed, but Felix, even though your record on paper is starting at 2007 when you were in your early 20s, I don't know if this was the beginning of your criminal expeditions, child, because what is very much giving he was either a predator from birth, or maybe his little criminal activities began when he was a little tiny little criminal and some things happened to him by bigger criminals. I'm really just trying to understand, because I do not understand. How does this happen? How does it go from nobody don't want to buy your little girlfriend or lady friend, her little boy face bussy? Like, how does it go from nobody want it to I'm going to do, this is what I'm doing? How does that happen? Needless to say, the little light-skinned Didionite Felix and roughneck Ariel were immediately arrested. They were taken to jail and given a $180,000 bail. Little roughneck Ariel decided to not even play in the court's face, and she pled out. In December of 2022, Ariel was sentenced to 20 years. However, Felix decided he gonna take this shit to trial with cameras. He was found guilty and sentenced to 82 years. Cheers to that, bitch. Of course, Felix and Ariel couldn't just go quietly into the night. Oh no. They wanted to file appeals and all of the things. And Ariel, even though she pled and got 20 years when she definitely should have gotten way more time, she was an active participant. She helped to beat, she had the gun, she had the bar stool. They were both 100% equally actively participating. She even helped to pull down Alex's pants for her man, a friend with benefits, a homeboy, or whatever. She assisted in that happening. And that hoe walked away with 20 years. In spite of that, and not recognizing, girl, that was favor that you don't deserve. This hoe went and filed an appeal, which was immediately denied because when she pled, she waived her right to appeal. So apparently, the bitch looked like a boy and dumb as a box of rocks too. And Felix, aka Gangstalicious, the Didionite, this fool filed an appeal, and really, I'm gonna give him an A for effort, because he tried it. He tried it. So his grounds for appeal for an overturn or dismissal was that the wording in the grand jury indictment against him in reference to the aggravated sexual assault with a deadly weapon, there were 6 different paragraphs. Paragraph 1 is sexual assault with a deadly weapon, and the assault is anal penetration with his fingers, and the weapon is the gun. Paragraph 2, the assault is with his fingers, and the weapon is the boots, his shoes. Paragraph 3, sexual assault is with his fingers, and the weapon is the bar stool. When we get to the second part of the sexual assault that was not seen, but we know happened, where we know it was a penis, but they didn't see the penis, so they're saying unknown object in the court paperwork. So the second part of the sexual assault was paragraph 1 with the bar stool, paragraph 2 with the gun, paragraph 3 with the boots. His argument is he only has 2 hands, so he can't be sexually assaulting with fingers and other things and holding a gun and holding a bar stool and using his feet. But there was video. So Of course, it was dismissed, and the ruling was aggravated assault by penetration of Alex's anus in which a deadly weapon was used or exhibited. The different paragraphs merely set forth different means of committing the single charged offense. So Mr. Mann thought that because he only had two hands and they had multiple things used, he should be off the hook. But, sir, your charge is aggravated sexual assault with a deadly weapon. You used all of those weapons and it was all on video. And this fool thought because of the verbiage that it was going to be overturned. Of course, direct quote from the First District of Texas Court of Appeals decision. We hold that the trial court's jury charge did not violate Vale's right to a unanimous verdict. We overruled Vale's sole issue. Conclusion, we affirm the judgment of the trial court. Me too. So that concludes episode 2 of Cases and Cocktails, y'all. I still have questions because, listen, seriously, Houston, any Houston people, anyone who knows of this case, anybody that knows them, like, you can message me directly because they had to be on drugs. What drugs were used? How did this happen? How did this happen? This isn't a cautionary tale. There is nothing that Alex or Eric did wrong. There's nothing that they could have done different. There's nothing that the bartender could have done. This is 100% insanity that just spewed from the Diddy and Night Gangstalicious Felix and Boyface Ariel. There's just no why. And that is what is so horrifying about this. You can't say, don't do this, and this won't happen. So before I go, I do want to send prayers and strength to Alex and his family, because what the hell? Just prayers and favor to them. Lil Roughneck Ariel, Gangstalicious Diddy and Night. I hope that somebody is trying to skin this bitch and she probably sitting somewhere singing, I want to be where the people are. I hope she's never there again. Felix, I hope somebody got him bent over feeding this nigga cat food 24/7. Just bend him over and feed him cat food. I will help to smuggle the cat food in. I will take that charge. If someone will agree to bend him over violently and Now that was 100% hypothetical, but my email is godutch@gmail.com. If you do want to contribute to the cause to get some cat food, maybe put some money on some people's books, let's see what we can make shake. I'm just saying, this is hypothetical, allegedly. This hypothetical, I'm just saying. But as always, thank you guys once again for joining me for another episode of Cases and Cocktails. I only had one drink tonight. This was a short case. If y'all saw the Diddy case, child, there were like 3 drinks. I was almost white boy wasted by the end, child. Diddy had a bit stressed out. But please tune in to some of the other videos that we have on the channel. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Let's grow the royal court. I kind of feel like we're going to be a force. Y'all with me? Let's do this. So be blessed, be fabulous, and be fearless. Until next time.